Hi everybody, I am here for another episode. So, I got an article that I brought from Sky News Media, things about the UK, Great Britain. I am so happy because I am close to the end to finish this activity and find something different to start in English. Well, I didn't come yesterday, it seems like I haven't come here for so long because I was coming almost every day. Well, anyway, so I'm here. I'm happy that I made it possible to come, and I got the article that I brought. So I have to keep going because I should have started, long ago, this sort of activities. But anyway, it's never too late, and well, it's a phenomenal experience. I'm now starting another activity, another city in Spanish. I just made my first episode. I should have also started before, Despite the fact that I live in Spain, I speak Spanish very well, but I was forgetting that I have something important to share and to spread, and we, in just to make it seen and heard by the others, because Spanish is a very very important and beautiful language. It's a language of Spain, so it's for me it means a lot. And well, so I just don't know how to describe how useful this sort of techniques that I was this sort of activities that I'm making, how helpful they are when it comes to speaking skill, and how it improves a number of things I can notice. And just really, I should be I should be working hard, and I should continue here because I've discovered something useful, beautiful, it's entertaining, it's and developing. And this is really great. I'm so happy because I also, when I come here, so I prepare some activity, some I select, those articles from that I bring from Sky News. I have to read in one number until I find an appropriate one to bring it here, and it's just this is takes me back to reading something that I've always loved so much. And I was a bit lazy, these recent years, and I was not reading like I used to do. But anyway, so these activities are cheering me up, and I just keep me so motivated. And I'm also, developing, constantly my skills, which is tremendous. And so, of course, I will keep on because this is beautiful for me, and I can notice. And of course, and it's good for for the others who want to follow these sort of activities of mine. People don't have to be doing the same as I do, but it's just like from this sort of techniques that I'm using, in just this couple of episodes that I make, this one that I am finishing and I'm working on, and the previous one I did in English. So people can just make up something. They don't have to just maybe doing the same activity to improve themselves. Maybe they can just find a different technique which is compared, or just has to do with what I do. But honestly, I witness that this sort of activities, this sort of ways of developing are really great. They speed the improvement. They get better the speaking skill ability. They build up confidence, and it's really fantastic. I should have started long ago, but it's never too late. But what's the most important thing is I have discovered this, and I am working on I am working on these skills that I'm building up. So please, people, if they really care about foreign languages, they have to be making effort, they have to be speaking, they have to just push themselves forward and make effort. Don't be afraid, don't be shy, don't be just worried or whatever. Just it takes just like be brave, and if you got a little level, certain level, just with it you can make short presentations, videos about anything. They can be simple, they can be about whatever, but it's really very important to be speaking, to be practicing, to be speaking loud, to be trying to make sense, and keep going and studying as well, finding, doing your constant effort, taking care. That's something that you have never to stop. But from the very beginning, when you get certain level, so just try to use it, try to work on it, just to try to express yourself in that foreign language that you are learning, because that's how you can develop speaking skill from the very beginning. A lot of people have abilities, they are very well at certain skills when it comes to foreign languages, but when it's the turn of speaking skill or role, so people just miss it, they get lost, they don't they get blocked because they don't force themselves to be speaking since the beginning. That's why a lot of people have abilities, but when they have to speak, so they don't do that very well, and it's not easy for them. They get angry, they become nervous, they become uncomfortable, they become just like maybe anxious, and they lose it so easily and quickly, of course. But it's something that you have to be aware of since the very beginning, and then you have to be speaking since at the exactly when you make up just a basic level. Just get yourself used to speaking since the beginning, just to keep improving this ability, which is the main objective at the end of the day. Because if you learn a foreign language, you do that because you want to speak it, and so achieve it and get this thing in your mind, and start from the very beginning, when you start learning a foreign language, and start speaking. That's how just like you get to that goal, because you have to speak at the end of the day. And then if you are a very good speaker, of course you can just like be a good reader, everything. But speaking is very very important, and it's something developable, and something that you have to be exercising, you have to be practicing, and that's how it gets better. Because speaking, it's not just words, but it's about body language, it's about has to do with confidence, with a lot of things. It's a combination, it's a real complete skill. And that's why people should I'm just like uh, just advising people to be speaking, if those who learn foreign languages since the very beginning, because that's how it helps. Well, so just I'm just happy with this. It's really good. I find it entertaining. At least I have a hobby that I'm sharing with others. I come here, so I'm so disciplined. I add a lot every time. So just I don't know whether I can stop this one day, because it's it's so enjoyable. It's really fun. I like it. And yeah, so just I have this. I'm bringing articles, things about Great Britain in general. I from Sky News, of course. I'm gonna keep it like this in this activity till I finish. I'm close to the end. It's maybe the 23rd episode that I'm adding today, and well, I'm happy that very soon I will be trying to bring. I will bring something different, which is and when I finish this, it will be this city will be an achievement. of course, because this is my second and I'm about to finish. And happily, I've started another one in Spanish. So I got my first episode, and well, I'm happy that I am going to develop my Spanish speaking still more, because of course I live in Spain, I speak Spanish, but this is different. When you come here to show up to be talking here for half an hour, the story becomes, a bit different, completely different. Of course, has nothing to do with with when you are with someone, or just have a call on your phone, whatever. It's just you are here and you have to keep working. It takes some it takes some it takes some, I don't know what to call it. It takes some ability, takes some talent, but it gets better, because I can remember when I started, it was not like now. Has nothing to do. It was nothing the same. But now I am not afraid, and just I come and I speak and I speak and speak until I get tired if I want to. Well, I'm happy that yeah, I'm also, you know, uh, I also started with Spanish. It's a very beautiful language. I'm happy because I live in Spain. I love Spain, and the language of Spain is so beautiful. It's very, very important as well. It's a language of opportunities. It's one of the main languages in the world. And so also I'm so motivated because I can see a lot of people there have interest in learning Spanish language. So I have it. I said, you know what? I'm gonna do something in Spanish. So those people who love listening or hearing Spanish language, so they can, hear it from me. And those who want to just who have certain level and they want to see how I do my episodes with Spanish, so they have that opportunity and that possibility as well. So I'm happy that gonna I'm going to be doing two languages at the same time. Well, I'm about to finish this activity in English. I will change to something else, but I'm still having a lot of episodes to bring in Spanish because I am just starting. And well, so I'm try to be happy. I try to take care of myself and try to care about things which are important for myself, in general. And of course, I will be coming here to share with those, very few followers that I got there, this sort of things that I'm caring about, and I'm sharing with them. And of course, hopefully, people can learn foreign languages because they're very important today in the world. And well, so I will be coming always here. So I don't know. I really have no much idea about how people take these things that I'm doing. But anyway, I can see at least some appreciation, some good messages people send me in Facebook. So I get so motivated, and I feel very happy that there are certain people who support this, and that's really I'm so really thankful to those who send me messages, who say that I am doing very well and I am doing all right, etc. Those sort of positive, good energy, messages of good energy. I really thank those guys, but I don't know about the rest of the people. Well, there are all type of people. That's normal. That's usual. That's common. We don't like the same things. That's why it's so beautiful, because when people are different, that's amazing. People really should be different and should be just like valuing, or just differently. Yeah, that's it. That's okay. But what is really important is that people should. It doesn't have to be necessary, foreign languages or just something in particular. people should care about different things, of course, but all the positive things should be shown, should be cared about, should be shared, should be spread. And that's how I see it. I am not here trying to attract the world or the entire universe. No, that's not possible. But at least I'm coming here, I'm doing something beautiful. And of course, when I see somebody is spreading or just is active or just working and showing up something positive, no matter what type of thing, I really feel happy about that, because that's what should be just circling and moving, around the people. When you spread good, so everything becomes good. That's when it comes about uh, positivity, so then it's fun. It's really good, really. But well, I'm doing this. It's not such a big thing. I come here, I just sing a little bit, I just speak, run my mouth. When I come, I don't know what to talk about. I just have to, to run a little bit my mouth to be speaking. I don't care. But then I read the article, I talk a little bit about it, I discuss it, I survey it, and then so move to vocabulary, finish until I come with the following episode. And I'm close to the end, so happy about it. And yeah, when this city will be done, I will come with another one, of course, different, but I will come. I'll try to, of course, bring something simple and work on, start it till I finish. And of course, when I finish the following one, I will bring another one. I will keep like this because I really need this. It's good for me. I can notice a big difference, a big improvement, so I'm not stopping. And well, for now, I'm very happy with this, and I am so thankful for those people who showed appreciation and support to what I do. Really, thank you very much. So I got I got to the article. It's about Heathrow. Heathrow is the airport of London. It's about its like circumstances. It's just like it's what it suffers. Just what travel level during this pandemic. All right, and it's about of course England, the UK, Great Britain. It's the airport of London, Heathrow. All right, I read the article because I'm taking much time, and then I move to to survey a bit, to discuss it over, and then yeah, finish. Well, that's the airport. The airport. There is a plane that is going to get in Heathrow Airport. All right, so I read the article. Heathrow says it has slipped from number 1 to 10th place among Europe's busiest airports. Passengers numbers last month were the strongest since the start of the pandemic, but the London Hub says it is now less busy than the likes of Istanbul, Mallorca, and Athens. Heathrow blamed UK travel restrictions for holding back its recovery, as it said it was now only Europe's 10th busiest airport. Britain's biggest flight hub reported that traffic in the key holiday month of August was down by 71% compared with pre-pandemic levels in 2019 at 2.23 million. However, this was about 700,000 up on July figure and 57% ahead of August last year. It was also the busiest month for passengers since March 2020. But Heathrow said that from being the busiest airport in Europe in 2019, it was now 10th, with rivals such as Amsterdam, Paris, and Frankfurt. It recovering at a much quicker pace. Istanbul, Madrid, Antalya, Mallorca, Barcelona, and Athens were also now ahead of it ahead of it, according to figures from the final week of August, the airport said. It blamed ever-changing restrictions, expensive and unnecessary testing requirements, and lack of a common, a common approach across borders from hampering its recovery. Approach across borders for hampering for I'm sorry, recovery. Heathrow said the government's traffic light travel regulations make it an outlier compared to rivals, handing rivals a competitive advantage while the UK loses market share. It also noted that cargo at the airport was still down by 14% compared with pre-pandemic levels, while European competitors had already bounced back the previous volumes by the end of 2020. Heathrow is calling for a streamlining of the government's travel, travel restrictions, abolishing the amber list but retaining green and red, while also moving from a country-based approach to one based on individual travelers, vaccination status, and scrapping costly test requirements for those who have had jobs. It also called for adequate resourcing for the UK's border force, describing recent scenes of passengers waiting for hours to be processed as totally unacceptable. Heathrow's chief executive John Holland Kay said the government has the tools to protect the UK's international competitiveness, which will boost the economic recovery and achieve its global Britain ambitions. If ministers fail to take this opportunity to streamline the travel rules, then the UK will fall further behind as trade and tourists will increasingly bypass the UK. Heathrow slides down the European rankings comes after it lost top spot in October last year. The airport has so far notched up financial losses of nearly £3 billion during the coronavirus crisis. I'm not feeling very well today. I'm not good. I don't have much energy. I'm like a bit exhausted or something, like tired. I don't know. Well, it's an article about the airport of London, Heathrow, is suffering, consequences of course, pandemic of coronavirus. Is just it went from number one in Europe to number 10th, of course, and this is a big loss, and all of this came as a consequence of restrictions, reasons, and all that is connected to how the United Kingdom is treating this coronavirus, and so that's why they're just losing it to a number of countries or a number of cities, and that has caused financial lows, and just in the rankings now is is just so different, to go from first to 10th. That's a big loss, and that's not good. That's really scaring. So that's what the article is about. Is about how Heathrow, the airport of London, became and busy. It was not working like before. There is losing money. They are complaining about about certain things because it affects them when it comes to to their function internationally. So due to difficulties, stuff that is just uh, has to has to do with this coronavirus issue. So then it brought such great consequences to this airport that was the first number one in 2019, and now it's going 10th. And that's why they're just asking the government to be just and the ministers responsible, of course, to try to be flexible, try to find different ways, just be reasonable at making restrictions and asking for requirements that travelers or passengers need in order to just come back to the competition and try to, of course, progress and take their place at least, or progress. Uh, Progress, when they get rid of those difficulties that push them back and makes them, just, lose it. Financially, just economically, everything. So it's really very important. That's why I brought it here. It's about, the suffering of the airport of London due to restrictions and the pandemic and a number of things. So hopefully they will save it and they will take it to classify, well, first or just among the first ones. Well, number 10 is not is not so bad, but well, when you are number one, so you want to keep being number one always. So that's what the article is about. Well, today I'm not so fresh. Well, when I'm not fresh, sometimes it's hard for me to speak. But anyway, so I stop it here. It's about the airport of London. Heathrow is just like went since when in 2019 was first, now is 10th due to to certain reasons, and they're in the article. I read it, so clear. So we have vocabulary, 3 words. Okay. So first word is rivals. Rivals means those people who have competition with you, those who have just like same field with you. They just like having competition. They just they challenge you. They fight against you. They just want to take they want to get the same in competition, in sport, in business, everything. So you got rivals. If you are not careful, if you are not competitive, so other people may just get better than make more than you, may win against you, may just lead you back and take first, just like rankings or classification. When it's there is a competition, when you have rivals, that means there is a competition. So if you want to be a good competitor, so you have to be a good have to be a good fighter. You have to be challenging. You have to be competing. And then so that's what rivals mean. Rivals are those people who compete against you. Well, traffic lights. The second word, traffic lights is traffic lights. So when you drive your car, you have to watch the traffic lights. So when it's red, when it's green, when it's amber, when there is some, just traffic lights. This three. Just green, that means can pass, and just when it's red, you have to stop, and so that's what traffic lights means. Okay, and so individual is just single. Individual, I am an individual. If there is somebody with me, so it's not individual, it's a group, it's 2 people. It's individual means singular. one, there are just individual sports. There are team or group sports. Like football is a group, a sport of group. And but you have, like, for example, boxing is an individual sport. So individual means one, means singular, means one person, one thing, individually. There are people who are so, just like, so individualists. They just want to fix it all by themselves. They go alone, everything. But there are people who just like it to be in group, working in group, or just like spending time in group. With the individual is the opposite of a group, or just it can be the opposite. Individual, just one, individually, one person, one thing. An individual, an individualist is a person who is extremely independent. He just wants to be doing everything himself or herself. So an individual can be just mean a person. I found an individual outside who was so strange, etc. Individual, one person, singular. Yeah. Well, today it's just okay. Well, not so much energy really. I just feel tired. But it's important for me to be continuing, because people, it has to be like this. Even when you don't feel like energetic, not so motivated, that doesn't mean that you should give up on what you care about. You have to do what you can, you know, and it's acceptable. And when you feel, just you have to get used to your business, to follow it, and to be there always. If you are good, so you're gonna produce good. If you are just okay, so then you're gonna produce or do okay. So doing okay is not bad. Well, anyway, thanks very much, everybody. I will come with another episode just very soon. Thanks. This is what I could offer today. Bye bye. Thanks very much. Take care.